Will you just like come sit up here with me? No, you have to. I don't like that you're watching. Well, you were just sitting down there staring at me. It was weird. Do you want a blanket? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Olivia. I normally do vlogs. I don't do sit down videos usually, so this is like kind of weird for me. But I had been like fed a bunch of like February reset, like monthly reset, and I was influenced and inspired. So I'm doing one, even though it's like pretty much a week into February already, and we won't talk about it, it's fine. But yeah, welcome if you're new. I mainly do like lifestyle vlogs, fashion, beauty, like that kind of moment. She's making biscuits. Good job. Okay. So now I gotta set the camera up again. Quick little tidbits about my life if this is the first video you're watching of mine. I'm living in Pittsburgh. I just graduated with my Doctor of Chiropractic degree. So I'm Dr. Olivia. I'm not currently like working right now. I don't have like a doctor's job. I'm waiting to get into a residency program in the summer. Life is a huge just transition for me right now, so it's been better. But yeah. But I wanted to talk about monthly goals. I did a January reset, or like more of a New Year 2024 reset, and I talked about my goals for the year, but I had planned to do like my goal setting and like my resolutions in terms of the 12-week year, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically like putting all of your goals for 1 year into 12 weeks and just like going really hard on that. There's a whole book on it. There's probably hundreds of videos that you could watch that are going to be people that are more educated on it than I am talking to you about it. So just like go search it up. And that method's been going okay. It's basically just like instead of setting tons and tons of large goals for the year and just having the whole year, the 12-week year is basically just setting like a couple of big goals for 12 weeks instead of having 8, 9, 10, however many big goals for the whole year and just kind of stretching it out and then feeling like, oh, I can like put that off. I have the whole year. The 12-week year just kind of condenses everything. But that method's been going okay, but I wanted to kind of experiment and see if like doing more pointed monthly goals was better. So we're gonna go through my monthly goals for February, and if I like this video and you guys like this video and like I do well with my goals in this method, I'll do a one in March talking about like how I did all my February goals and like planning for March and all that stuff. But I don't necessarily have January goals to like recap, but we'll do like some highlights and lowlights. If you've been watching my vlogs or like follow me on Instagram, TikTok, I have not, we'll talk about that, but I have been like silent on Instagram, so maybe you wouldn't know. And I mentioned like it's been just like a huge transition period in my life, but highlights from January were sparse. I guess we'll start with like the lows and then end on the high, but I cried quite a bit this month. Again, just like a huge transition period in my life. I'm currently living with my boyfriend's parents because, like I mentioned, and well, he's living here with me too, but we're living here because I'm applying to residency programs and those don't start until the summer, so it doesn't make any sense for us to like sign a lease somewhere just for us to move in a few months. I don't have like my forever job as a doctor yet because of this residency program, so I have like this random restaurant job that I'm doing temporarily that I don't love. I'm not like, you know, raking in the cash from my little restaurant job. Yeah, just like stress about like major life transition really hit me in January. There was like a lot of crying. That's kind of the lows all wrapped up in one, just like life transition. How many times can I say transition in this video? I've been recording for just a few minutes and it's probably quite a bit. But even though there were like a lot of tears in January and was a really bad month for me, there were some good things that happened. So I got pretty good at like my workout routine. I actually deleted, or I didn't delete it, but I just like canceled my iPad here. Hold on. Can you hold that? I canceled my ClassPass membership, which I didn't want to do because that's how I like book my spin classes and everything, and I loved doing my spin classes. I love the spin studio that I was going to in Pittsburgh. But I canceled my ClassPass membership Just for the time being. I was using it to book my spin classes, and I loved going to spin. It was so much fun for me. But because I like didn't have anything coming in and just had like a ton going out because I graduated, I have to like pay my student loans now and like health insurance because I'm, you know, 26, or no, I'm 27. I have like a bunch of bills to pay now right when I like don't have any income. So it was just like very stressful. So I was like, do I need a class pass membership when I'm already paying for a Planet Fitness membership? No. So I canceled that, but I got really consistent in the gym. I'm gonna be going like 6 or 7 days a week, which is really good. So that was a highlight from January. Other highlights, I am a reader. I'm on a reading kick. In January, I finished the Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Or yeah, you know the one. And then I also finished The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which was really popular like a few years ago, but I never like got around to it. And it was just sitting in my hallway unattended because my boyfriend's mom had read it like a few years ago for book club, and it's just collecting dust. So I picked it up. So I finished those 2 books in January, which is like more books than I've finished in the last few years. So feels kind of good. Other January highlights. None. That's it. Hopefully we'll have more next month if all the goals go to plan. Okay, I'm gonna take this. You know she's like laying on it. I'm just gonna slide this out from under you. Thank you. So I wrote all my goals down in my Notion, and I'll do like screenshots so you can like see everything. I briefly went over this page in my last vlog at the very end. If you didn't see that, you can go back and watch it. But this is kind of like my 12-week year section. This is like quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just put little cute pictures on them because it's cute. And then I don't have one for January, obviously, but I'm gonna make a tile for every month if these like monthly goals are working better for me than like the 12-week year. But I'm gonna do both kind of simultaneously and see which one I'm kind of gravitating towards and which one's like working better. This is February. So the first set of goals are health and wellness goals. And I kind of touched on this one already. It's something that I've been doing, but I want to continue doing it. I'd like to work out at least 6 days a week. And so what I have been doing in the kind of workout split that I adopted for myself in January was lower body Monday, upper body Tuesday, cardio next day on Wednesday, then lower body, upper body Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday would be like cardio. Sometimes like we'll take a walk on Sunday or like just not do anything. I don't know. But at least 6 days a week doing some sort of movement. And depending on like my budget and all of that stuff, and if this restaurant job ever wants to like give me hours, they like hired me and they were like, oh, you'll start next week, and it's been 3 weeks. And I have bills to pay. So depending on the budget, I might get my class pass membership back again, and then those cardio days can be my spin class days, which I'm so excited for. I really hope I can do that. Next one is lose 2 pounds, just 2. And I don't really care about like the number on the scale, like how much I weigh, but I just realized that my body composition isn't what I would love it to be. And I think losing a couple pounds could help with that. I'm not like obsessing over it. There was a point in my life where I like really would have just obsessed over it. I'm not there anymore. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's fine. I'm not like counting my calories or like I don't have an Apple Watch or anything to like track my workouts or whatever. I'm just being a little bit more conscious about daily movement and like stopping eating when I'm full. So I'm kind of just going like on my intuition, doing more intuitive eating, stopping eating when I'm full, getting good movement in every day. And we'll see where that takes me. The next one, it's always, literally always, the goal is always to drink more water, and I just really don't always do that. So I have the 32-ounce Stanley, so I've been trying to drink 2 of them a day, and I'll usually get 1. 2 just seems like a lot. I don't know. So we're gonna try our best. The people who drink like a gallon of water a day, just, I don't know how do you have time for that? That seems so difficult. Next health and wellness goal is to continue meal planning. I was pretty good about this at the beginning of January, but kind of fell off towards like the middle and end of January because I was sad. yeah, but I really enjoyed cooking. I made myself like this cream sauce from scratch yesterday for my pasta, and it was like actually so good, and I felt like a little chef and loved it. So I want to be more intentional about like making recipes and not just like throwing random stuff together because I'm hungry. Because one, I enjoy cooking, and two, it like is a little bit more intentional. Um, so why not? Last health and wellness goal. I have a lot of goals. I'm just like looking at the whole thing and it's like kind of a lot. We'll see how it goes. Last goal is to have like set morning and night routines. So I got pretty good at this in January. I started waking up at like 5 to 5:30 most days. And I really, really loved it. I loved going to the gym early. I loved like having time to read and journal. Do my little ice roller. It's great. And then I loved doing like my skincare at night and just like drinking my tea, and I love like a good bookend to my day. But with this new like restaurant job that I have, I could have like open shifts and I have to be there at like 7 a.m. or I could have closing shifts and I won't get home until like 12:30. So I don't know what they'll be, but instead of like being really bad out of shape about like the schedule being off and the timing not being there, I want to make sure that I'm at least doing the habits. So like the reading, journaling, skincare, all of those things, like the habits that are in the routine, making sure I'm getting the habits in and not getting so bent out of shape that like I didn't wake up at a certain time. Because I can tend to do that. Like if I have a later start to my day, or if I like go to bed late because I'm scrolling, I'll just be really upset with myself and then not do any of the habits that make me feel good. And like, why? We're getting the habits in. Next is like my personal goals, kind of like miscellaneous type. I don't know. You'll see. So the first one in that section is read 2 books. So I'm gonna count the one that I have been reading right now. I'll probably finish it like by the end of the week. But so that one and then another one. Hold on. I already have it picked out. So I'm currently reading Lessons in Chemistry, which is another book that was like really popular a few years ago and just never got around to it. But also another book that was just sitting in the hallway collecting dust because Mike's mom is in a book club and she just reads the book and then it just sits. So I get to pick it up. Is my memory card almost full? That's so rude. Oh my god. Hold on. This is the next book I'm going to read. It's Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. I hadn't ever really heard anything about this, but it was another book club book that was in my hallway. And I don't really know anything about it other than it's about an octopus. But really highly rated, I guess. So next personal goal, Next personal goal is to call my grandma 1 time a week at least. I'll usually talk to her minimum 1 time a week, but sometimes it's because she calls me on accident because she just got a smartphone, okay? Like a touchscreen phone, and it's been a journey. Or she'll like need me for something specific. And then of course sometimes I'll just call her too, but I want to be intentional about at least 1 time a week just calling her to chat because she is my favorite person on the planet. Next one, text someone when you think about them, like kind of on the same wavelength. Just text someone when you think about them, and that's really all there is to it. My content goals, I feel like I struggled with content in January because I was sad. Again, making content really does make me so happy, and like talking with people and subscribers and followers and just like with other creators literally makes me so happy. So I want to make sure I'm like intentional about creating because it like fills up a separate part of my soul that I need to pay more attention to.
I'm sorry.
Me too. I want to post daily Instagram and TikTok stories. I've been pretty good at this. Instagram, not so much. I just feel like everything needs to be like so much more curated on Instagram and it's just like really annoying. Maybe I just need to get over that. But I've been doing decent at the stories for Instagram and TikTok. So daily stories is one goal. 5 YouTube videos, which I think I can do. I have one going up today. I have this one going up hopefully soon because it'll be like halfway through February if I don't like really get on this. And then I normally just do vlogs and stuff. But if you guys like this sit down video and you want like a more like pointed topic, let me know. We can talk about anything you want. I just graduated school, and I know a lot of you are like in school, and that's how you followed or like found my channel. Do a little Q&A or something. I did one recently on my Instagram, but if you have any ideas for something you want me to talk more specifically about, or what else could I do? Would love to do more like styling videos, but I don't know if those would be better suited for like Instagram and TikTok. And also I like haven't bought anything new recently, and I've just been selling a lot of my clothes, so I'm not like obsessed with my wardrobe recently. So that might be difficult. But maybe a fun challenge. Let me know if you want to see that. And then we did 5 kind of all the way down. So 5 Instagram posts, 5 TikTok posts a week, and then 5 shorts. I've been pretty good at TikTok just because it's a little bit easier to get like quick content out if I need to. Instagram, I posted one time in January, which is very unlike me. Not that I was always like on Instagram posting every single day, like to my feed, but once is just like simply not enough. And it's hard for me to feel really creative and like I want to post because I don't love my environment right now. Like I said, I'm living with my boyfriend's parents, and so awesome. Love his parents. I'm living rent free, which I am so grateful for, but it's not my house. So it just feels like, and I can't like, you know, take it upon myself to redecorate. Like that's not cool. And it's like, no, it's just like not my space. You know what I'm saying? So it feels like it's kind of dampening my creative spirit. That sounds stupid, but like, I think you get the idea. But I want to be more intentional about like going out places and like dressing up, shooting outfits, because I love styling outfits, or just like doing things with friends that like don't have to cost a lot of money. But yeah, TikTok has been going pretty well as far as consistency. And then I want to be sure that I'm like doing YouTube shorts too, because I know those are starting to like pop off a little bit. But it's hard because when I think of YouTube, I think of like creating long form content like vlogs or like sit down videos like this, and I don't think of like shorts. So I have to like switch my thinking on that a little bit. And my financial goals, which is like, ugh. Like I said, I got this like random restaurant job just like to help pay the bills. I make some money off social media, but like not enough to like comfortably like pay my fat student loan payment I have to make every month. I know my hourly rate that I'm gonna get at this restaurant job, but I don't know how many hours I'll be working. Like I said, I thought I was gonna be working, they promised me like 32 to 36 hours a week, and that was 3 weeks ago, and I haven't stepped foot in there yet, basically. So that put a little bit of a damper on things. I thought I would have like a full like paycheck under my belt now, and I don't. But I do want to pay off $500 on my credit card. I think this is very attainable. It could be more, it could be less. I've been doing weekly payments on my credit card, which is like a weekly goal that I had set for myself when I was planning out like my 12-week year, because one of like my big goals for the first quarter or my first year was to pay off like a certain chunk of credit card debt. Next goal is to put 20% of my income into like a savings or like emergency fund. I have a high yield savings account, which y'all should too. I think I have like a referral code. I'm not like special, but I think just like people have, I don't know. I will link the high yield savings account that I have below, and it has like a 4.5% interest rate, which is very good. So check it out. And again, I don't know how much I'm going to be bringing home, like on my, you know, 2-week, is that bi-monthly? Bi-weekly? No, bi-monthly. On my bi-monthly paycheck. So I don't know exactly how much of that is going into it, but I know it's gonna be 20%. Last financial goal and last goal in general is to do no spend on food for myself and then books. And I had pretty much a no spend month last month because there wasn't anything coming in and I was stressed. I still am stressed. There was like a lot going out, and there was a lot that went out like during the holidays, and like not a lot coming back to me. So I kind of didn't really have an option to do anything but a no spend month. But now that I'm, you know, making a little bit more money and I'm on this reading kick, I could easily see myself like wanting to buy a book that everyone's talking about or something like that. And I don't need to because there's so many books in this house. Like, and then also food by myself, and not like because I love a solo date. I love going to get dinner, by myself. It's one of my favorite things. And I'm not planning to do that this month, but more so like the I'm too lazy to cook myself a meal, or like there's no food at the house kind of thing. And there's always food at the house, you know? I used to just like go through a drive-through somewhere, or like stop and just get myself takeout or whatever and just sit in my car and eat. And like I don't need to do that. So we're not gonna do that. But yeah, those are all my February goals. Like I said, if it goes well and you guys like this video, I'll do another one in March recapping like how my February goals went. If you want to like keep up with how it's going, like I said, I do vlogs a lot of the time, and like hopefully daily TikTok content, consistent Instagram content, hopefully. So keep up with me there, hold me accountable. Someone DM me if I don't have an Instagram story up and be like, where's that girl? But speaking of which, make sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, but I'll have all that stuff linked down below. Anything that I mentioned that is linkable, linked below. I always appreciate you guys like shopping through my links, because it takes like a little bit of time to like curate everything. So I really appreciate, like I said, when you guys shop through my link, it helps me a lot. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and thank you for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Thank you.